Hi there. Today we're going to discuss about the content of a research paper titled The Four Pillars of Distinctive Journeys. Now, this research was performed in 5 countries, namely Germany, Italy, France, the US, and UK. Now, on the banking industry as well as the insurance industry, which journeys include retail customer onboarding, mortgage application, and the onboarding of small medium enterprise. Now, in this discussion, we're going to focus on simplicity, digital first, and perception. Joining us today is Mr. Tony Chan, Ms. Yvonne Ong, and myself, James Chin. We are all students of MBA students of Sydney Business School, UAW, Australia. Let me start with ease of simplicity, one of the pillar that we talk about in this article. Now, in today's world, customer values convenience. Reduce the time it takes to complete, let's say, an individual journey like opening a bank account by making it simpler and easier has a great effect on customer satisfaction. Now, in this research, it was mentioned that customer satisfaction reduced by up to 30 percentage point if the account opening time is more than 45 minutes. Now, if that 45 minutes is called the satisfaction cliff, that's definitely pay off in reducing this time taken for customer to complete the journey, according to the research. Okay. Let me share with you a personal experience that I have. For example, opening a multiplier savings account in TBS Bank, it takes me less than 5 to 10 minutes when I did it online. So it gives me the convenience, no face-to-face, meeting with the bank officer at the bank. I save time. So all in all, it's actually simple, and the bank value me as a customer.
So James, you have mentioned that your experience on account opening is a good example. So do you have any others value and satisfactions which you have encountered with the bank before?
Sure, Yvonne. I can definitely share with you another 2 more examples that I have encountered. For example, the online payment. I can actually do an online payment at my fingertip rather than issue a bank and send it out to the customer itself. Another example would be the funds transfer from account to account and bank to bank. So that really gives me the convenience as well as the value and satisfaction that I need. So I'm sure there are other marketing concepts that can be applicable to the 4 pillars that we talk about in this journey. Now, perhaps Tony can share with us another marketing concept that can be applicable to the pillars.
Thanks, James. Yeah, certainly I can talk about the article related to the 4th pillar of the article, which actually the company or the financial institute actually recognizes the branding and word of mouth as an important concept to actually shape the customer's experience. So as an MBA student, the concepts that we are taught and that we actually study is basically about managing brands. And this plays a very important aspect on branding experience. And in terms of branding experience, what we are talking about is actually the touch points, and experience on each of the touch point is very important, as well as the journey. So such touch point, we can talk about advertising, personal interaction with the employees, word of mouth, and so on. However, in the article, where the survey actually shows that customers are very reluctant to actually promote the financial services, even though the company has actually shaped the customer's perception in that sense.
Yeah, so what do you think is the reason that why customer exhibits such a reservation in becoming an advocate?
Since there are so many touch points, companies have to exercise due care to actually promote messages in a sense that is actually integrated. In a sense that one of the marketing concepts we talk about is the integrated marketing communication, solely based on to say that each and every touch point and each and every opportunity has to be in sync. For example, the communication of the advertisement promoting something has to be the same message that is actually communicated through the web pages, through the phone calls, and so on. An example that I would like to share is based on my personal experience of interaction with a personal insurance agent. In that sense, the insurance agent may at the front end promise hassle-free and ease of claim, but when the time to file a claim, I experience the arduous and time-consuming process. So in other words, the front end may be delightful, but at the back end is moderate on the experience is only so-so. Hence, this is where sometimes the customer, in that sense, based on the article, they may reluctant to actually promote such financial services. In conclusion, therefore, integrated marketing communication is very important to ensure that all are in sync, so that the customer actually experience a single experience that is delightful, so that they will become an advocate in the process. And in that sense, this actually brings me to the next concept where it actually gels with mine, where customers' needs and wants are also very important. So I would like to introduce you to Yvonne, which will actually elaborate more on this concept.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, I'll follow from what Tony have mentioned just for another marketing concept, which is what customer needs and wants. From what we can see in this article, basically it's about how bankers provide their service to individual customer wants and needs. In this research, customers have been asked to assess different characteristics for the end-to-end customer experience. The first, interactions with institutions, ease of identifying the right products, and lastly, knowledge and professionalism of staff capability. Now we refer to the finding as illustrated in the exhibit 1. From exhibit 1, we can clearly see the transparency of price and fees, ease of communications with the bank, and the ability to track of the onboarding process accounted an overall of 42% customer satisfaction. Reason why transparency accounted for highest customer satisfaction level, mainly it may be due to its transparency for types of so-called bank charges, where customers are easily to locate at the bank website. Second highest for ease of communications with bank, mainly will be due to customer service officer, their capability and ability way of communication with the customer, which is easy and simple for customer to understand for a product or services. Followed by the next three highest ranking characteristics, which accounted for additional 34% of customer satisfactions on personalizations and value-added service for assessments of product customer needed, product and services received immediately after opening of an account, and easy of identifying needed account products. So far, we have talked about the highest and the next three highest ranking characteristics of customer service level. I'm going to emphasize another less customer satisfaction level for another part of the personalizations and value-added service. Because finding of this article have strongly mentioned that it was suggested banks should concentrate mainly on those things that make the most difference to customer satisfactions.
Thanks, Yvonne. That's very interesting. Can you actually share with us some of your experience that you have with the bank?
For my past experience with the bank, I have to wait for almost a week for their reply. Thought I expect them to reply me within 2 days. Whereas for my conclusions, it is strongly suggest that banks should concentrate mainly on improving customer satisfactions. Okay, for our final conclusion for this article, what I want to say is that knowing what to do is the right place to start off. Do you agree, both of you?
Definitely, Yvonne.
Right, yeah.
From what we have already concluded, and especially my conclusion is based on the integrated marketing communication, where concepts and all the messages has to gel together. I think definitely.
Yeah, I think from all we talk about, like what we talked about earlier, is reacting to live feedback from real customer. Is always often the difference between a good and a great customer experience, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Right. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.